Shalom. Call Haloyam La Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahabushai, Bahasham, Rachakudash. Rakata Yahweh, Rakata Yahabushai, Rakata Rachakudash, Bahasham, Yahabushai, Bahasham, Rachakudash. Shalom and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elder bishops and the elders in the Akim and the Akwath of the hopeful elect. Shalom. Just want to go into a quick video entitled, This Ain't It. We gotta get the F out of here, because this place is vexing on all sides. We go out and about into the embattlements of the city every day that's geared to heavily oppress Jake, beginning with the so-called white man, Esau Edom, and his number one tag team partner and attack dog, our so-called sister, which is not our sister anymore, the black woman, right? They're the tag team champions of the world. That's what I call them, the tag team champs of the world, the tag team champions. Because that's a hell of a 1-2 punch that Esau has crafted in Babylon the Great, Mystery Babylon, America. This ain't it. We're oppressed on every side. The so-called black man is hated by all the other 11 tribes and our own women. On top of Esau, and Esau hates us first and foremost, right? And then he's taught the other nations to hate us as well. And he has taught our 11 tribe brethren to hate us as well. So this has all been, and who's behind all of this hate that we have to receive? The so-called white man. But ultimately, the whole earth hate the 12 tribes, right? So-called Blacks, Latinos, Native American Indians. This ain't it, though. We got to get the F out of here because we have to return to the Most High. Have faith in the Most High and Yahabushai and have faith in Yahweh and Yahabushai and the Rachakodash and believe Yahabushai came and sacrificed his life for us, right? And repent. Pray for forgiveness every day. And rehearse the righteous acts of keeping the commandments in the name of Yahabushai every day. And hope that we're put on as the elect. We dare not make ourselves a part of the number of the elect, but we are the hopeful elect. He that endure unto the end, the shame shall be saved. And we're going through this hell, day in and day out, because we were wicked and went off and departed from our Maker. So we're suffering the curses of Deuteronomy 28. No other nation fits those curses. That's how you would be able to identify who the Israelites are in the last days. They lost their identity through prophecy. Deuteronomy 32 and verse 18. We'll jump around a little bit. As the scripture say, what in Isaiah 8? Was that Isaiah 8? Line upon line, here a little and there a little, because these are puzzle pieces, the Holy Scriptures. So one of the main reasons, like they say, hard times make soft. Let me see. I'm a butcher. It sound like already. Let's see. Hard times make hard men, and soft times make soft men. Something like that. This nation have a bunch of soft men, beta male men. Because times are. Esau, he's resting on his what they call laurels. He's spoiled the whole earth through bloodshed, right? And now there's a bunch of soft men, that are in this generation. And so this is what happened to Israel when we got the nation, right? When the Most High led us into the promised land. And then this is what happened right here. Deuteronomy 32 and 15. But Jeshurun waxed fat, and that's a nickname the Most High gave Israel, the 12 tribes. But Jeshurun waxed fat and kicked. See, the Holy Scriptures is very deep, and it speaks a lot in parables, dark sayings, and the Most High used slang too, and that's how you know who the Israelites are too, because His chosen nation speaks slang. They call it what, Ebonics and this, that, and the third, right? But Jeshurun waxed fat and kicked. That's slang, wax and fat. and we kicked. I mean, we got lazy, and we sat back and rested on our laurels. And we got full of ourselves, and we got complacent, and then we started going off. Thou art waxing fat, thou art grown thick, like a candle thick, right? The wax, but we lost our wisdom, which is what that light burn on, and that light is the law. Thou art covered with fatness. Then he forsook Yahweh in the name of Yahushua, which made him. So, that was pride, because they waxing fat thinking that they did something, but it was the Most High that gave it to us. When you read Ezekiel chapter 16, and lightly esteemed the rock of his salvation. So they forgot where they came from, so to speak, right? The Israelites, we went off. Verse 16, they provoked him to jealousy with strange gods, with abominations provoked they him to anger. So that's what we did. We started going, seeking after the Hamites gods, that went all the way back to Nimrod, Semiramis, Tammuz, and Nimrod's father, Cush. And there's a book called The Mystery Babylonian School, or Mystery Babylonian Schools. And basically all it is just, Nimrod. Is it still recording? Okay. It goes back to Nimrod and, Baal and the Queen of Heaven, Ishtar, derived from that, and Tammuz, the women of Israel, the wicked women of Israel, weeping for Tammuz, which was supposed to be the son and reincarnation of Nimrod. All this madness, right? The moon goddess Semiramis, Nimrod's mother. So that's what that's all, going after all these heathen gods. The Hamite gods. So verse 20, and he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be. For they are a very froward generation, children in whom is no faith. So a faithless generation, we became wicked, Just like when, remember Nimrod, no, not Nimrod, Babylon, the Babylonian king Nebuchadnezzar. The Most High did that, he allowed him to rule for a season. And then keep calling him Nimrod, Nebuchadnezzar got proud and walked into his palace or something like that and professed that he did all of that, right? And then the Most High immediately came and interrupted him and said that he's going to become an animal. He's going to turn him into a beast, and he's going to walk the field, roam as an animal for 7 years. So same with Israel, we got what we got. The Most High gave us delivered us into the promised land, and then we grew and waxed fat, and we started feeling ourselves and went away from the Most High and after the heathen gods. And that was spiritual fornication against the Most High, which spiritual adultery, which he could have been justified in wiping us off the map forever, but he had mercy on us, right? We're just going through punishments and chastenings for a season. Thankfully, through the Most High, sending his only begotten Son, Yahushua, his blood to cleanse us because we were filthy. So drop down to verse 26. I said I will scatter them into corners. So that's the four corners of the earth. The Israelites, that's, no other nation is scattered right now. No, all heathen nations know who they are. They know their origins, they know their country and their borders. Israel don't. The so-called Blastotinos, Native American Indians, we don't know who we are. Our people on the majority, right? So I will make the remembrance of them to cease from among men. See, and that's that, the men, they don't know who we are. And then the remnant, hopeful elect, saying who we are. The heathen scoff and proudly mock us and say that we and antagonize us, right? And even our own 2/3 brethren do that as well. So that's how you know who the Israelites are. James 1:1. James, a servant of Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, and of the Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. Greeting. So we just read that was a judgment. The Most High scattered us into the corners, meaning the four corners of the earth, and so in the New Testament, which everyone say, oh, it's for everybody. No, the New Testament, Old Testament, the whole entire volume of the book is written to the 12 tribes of Israel. It's really not difficult to understand, but the Holy Scriptures are plain to the righteous, but stumbling blocks into the wicked. Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. And the word Egypt, that means bondage. So we'll get that. The Bible breaks itself down. So you just have to hear a little and there a little. Exodus 20 and 2. I am the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. So Egypt means bondage. Slave, aka slavery. That's what bondage is. Stuffing us on cargo slave ships, in the transatlantic slave trade on the west coast of Africa by the Europeans and the Hamites, so-called Africans. That's bondage. And being on those cargo slave ships, that's not human ships. Those are cargo, for cargo, items. But we became their property, through the Most High allowing it. So it says again from the top, and the Lord Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, shall bring thee into slavery again with ships. Now, Israel is connected onto the continental tectonic plate of Egypt, right? Because we walked out. What happened during the Exodus, the first Exodus? The second Exodus is the chariot, so-called UFOs, beaming up the 130 Israelites out of America and throughout the four corners. That's the second Exodus that's about to happen. The first death was by water, the flood of Noah, and the second death is going to be by those thermonuclear missiles. Now, so right here it says, now we when we left out that first Exodus, what happened? We walked out of Egypt and we walked through the wilderness, and we navigated on foot as a nation, led by Moses, and then finished off by Joshua, right? Into the promised land of Israel. We walked. We didn't need any ships. So this is how this isn't talking about going back to Egypt, because we don't need ships to go to Egypt. Ships, it's a modern Egypt, which is as the scriptures say in Revelation, spiritually Sodom and Egypt. This is spiritual Egypt. Different structures and everything have old ancient Egyptian references. I think it's called the obelisk in Washington D.C. and that was a long statue or monument deal that was in Egypt, ancient Egypt, in our first Egypt by the Hamites. So reading on, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. See what no more again? Our homeland. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen. That's slave men and slave women. Auction box 35, 45, 55, that's where they get that from. And they do those auctions and stuff, selling paintings and other things of that nature at auctions. But this country's origins, everything is foundational off of our backs, because that was their first auction, selling the slaves, the Israelites, the real Jews, So it says, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for slave women and slave men and slave women, and no man shall buy you. And that buy you means no man shall redeem you out of this captivity. No man can pry out of the hands of the Most High. No one can pluck out of the hands of the Most High, which He seals. So this captivity is sealed for us perpetually until He's the one that's going to bring us out of it through his only begotten son, Yahweh Shah. Slakia. Refrigerator going crazy. So from there we'll get Obadiah. Let's see something. Let me get, I think it's 64 here. No. Let me try to look it up right quick. Swift as the eagle flieth. But I just get that. Okay, it's verse 49. The Lord Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. We speak in this bastardized language of English, right? And our northern kingdom brethren speak Portuguese and Brazilian, Portuguese rather, and Spanish and different language. And the Haitians speak that, and Dominicans speak these different languages, right? So-called Haitians speak French. Those are the Levites. That's why they do that voodoo. That's a corrupted, perverted version of on the left hand side of the Levitical priesthood that they lost. That's fallen. And that's in Malachi. I believe it's Malachi speaking about the dung upon the face, because those voodoo priests, those wicked voodoo priests, put that dung on their face. It's all prophecy, all biblical prophecy. So verse 49. So that's the and what nation exalt themselves as the eagle? It's always the Edomites, it's the so-called white race. The bald eagle is America's national bird. So that's them. And that's the captivity we're in right here in Deuteronomy 28:68. Obadiah 1 and 4. That though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars. That's the America, and that's America with their satellites in the space and going up to the moon, saying one step for man, one giant step for mankind, whatever the devil said. Said, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah. So that was the time when because that was at the height of his pride, going to the moon, claiming to go to the moon. That's the epitome of pride, That's like the Tower of Babel, but flying, right? Because that's what they did. That's what Nimrod tried to build at Tower of Babel, to go up to the heavens. And they tried to go to the heavens and put their nest amongst the stars of the heavens, And the Most High started bringing them down, because now, that was during the 60s, and then immediately the hippie era and the drug epidemics, and now the opioids and all of this, which plagues the so-called white race more than anybody. The crystal meth, So the Most High is tearing them down since then. Micah 2 and 10. Arise ye, depart. That's mentally and spiritually. For this is not your rest, because it is polluted. America is the most polluted nation in the history of mankind. It shall destroy you, even with the sword of destruction. Because we know, and that word sword is interesting, because, those that will receive that mark is going to receive, and I think it's Revelation 16 and 2, somewhere around there. They that receive that mark is going to receive that sword, and that sword is going to have, and when you go into that word sword, it means the definition goes into a discharging pus. So they're going to have a nasty ailment and plague from those things that they put in their hand to buy and sell. And then the ultimate destruction going to be the thermonuclear missiles. It's all biblical, man. And it's frightening if you are going to receive that judgment. So you work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. And, Lord willing, you can save your household through your diligence and fear of the Most High, in the name of Yahweh Shah. James 4:4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, and that's spiritual adultery. And of course, it was a lot of adultery with men and women. And those times, nothing new under the sun. Same thing happening now, but much worse. That's part of the curses. You will betroth a woman, but another man will lie with her. So that was a part of the curses. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with Yahweh? So everybody, if you got too many people like you in this world, there's something wrong with you. Like, no disrespect, you gotta have the spirit of because when the spirit of the Lord rests on you, there's something about you the most that people can sense. They can't put their finger on it, but they dislike you. And I'm not, this is not tooting my own horn, but man, I get it all day, every day, man. It's a trial every day. It's plaguing. It's a plague to see, like an Edomite devil boys. I call them boys because they're not real men. I gotta receive, looks of confusion and processing what they looking at. I'll be like, man, what the heck do they see? And this must be the Spirit of the Lord. Hopefully it is, But all I know is that I'm not received too well wherever I go. It's rare that it's in the minority percentage when I'm received respectfully. So I have no friendship with this world. This old stoic man going through my day, trying to go about my business, just trying not to be bothered. But people just know there's something different about you. The hopeful elect, that's sincere and genuine. That's just our walk. That's like the apostles, that they cheered when they were reviled for men. When they were reviled by men for the name of Yahushua, right? So it's a badge of honor. Lord willing, we're of that number of the elect. It says, know ye not that the friendship of the world is an enmity with Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua. Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua. So you don't go around half-cocked, When you come into the truth, it's a learning process and a growing process, maturation of your spirituality, to not be a half-cocked individual going around, because this place is vexing, because he that increaseth in knowledge increaseth sorrows. And Ecclesiastes 7:7, surely oppression maketh the wise man mad, but you got to be wise as a serpent, harmless as doves. And you finesse them, you keep it cool as possible, as scriptures say. If at all possible lie within you, be at peace with all men. And that's what we do, because we gotta navigate through this place, because your mentality is everything. You want to keep your mindset neutral to positive, and shake off the anger, when you go into places, because that's an unnecessary plague to be pissed off all the time, because rightfully, because the Most High, Psalm 7:11 says what? The Most High, every day the Most High is angry with the wicked. Yeah, we be angry, but we finesse them by being wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove, and just adjust our mindset and mentality when we go out there in the embattlements of the city to get through this hell that we got to get through every day, because that could be an unnecessary strain on you. So just stay spiritual and stay above it, and know that these people are wicked, and expect hate, and just take it in stride, with humility. So Revelation 18:4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. So that's spiritually coming out of her, that ye be not partakers. So partakers meaning you taking it, you're in the sins, you're loving this world, and this world wicked, and all they do is sin. And if you doing things that they're cool with and they loving you, then guess what? You're going off. So don't be partakers of her sins. Don't be actively, as they say, and when in Rome, do as the Romans do. That's wickedness, and that you receive not of her plagues, because the wages of sin is death, and then leading up to that death is going to be judgments and chastenings going on. Like in that movie Book of Eli, I love always. That's it's one of my favorite movies. The Book of Eli. That was a cold movie, and the movie with Will Smith, that was a pretty cold one too. And these women, they're about to be brought down, because in those movies, these women, they're insignificant. Especially like in the movie Book of Eli, you can see women are used as bait to lure other men, so that the wicked man that's luring them with a woman can destroy them and kill them and steal what they have. Try to spoil them. Women just don't know their place these days, because the simp beta male effeminate man of the earth has gassed them up like there's something above a man, when that couldn't be further from the truth. They're the body and the man is the head. So a woman's safety would be, because the scriptures speak about a woman leaving her hedge. The man's that hedge, But people won't understand until judgment start going forth and women really start getting their heads cracked, and they're going to be getting ravished and all of this, The foolish women. But the women of the Lord, that have faith, that have that faith, they will have that covering, and they'll just see or hear about these women getting done and bad and dirty the way they're going to get done, and it's going to make them appreciate that they were not like that, being filled with pride of Babylon, the Babylonian pride. Let's see. Verse 5, for her sins have reached unto heaven. This place is exceedingly wicked. And Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, hath remembered her iniquities. They say, forget about the past, bro. It's all done away with, man. Like, don't worry about it, man. Like, gotta let bygones be like, what bygones? All they did was kill us. They're the ones that's been perpetually winning, right? That's a filthy hypocrite, man. The Most High ain't forgot, and He's gonna recompense these devils for what they've done. You don't get to just destroy and slaughter a nation and that you had no quarrel with, and think that everything gonna just be hunky dory forever after that. That's pure foolishness. Yet they don't let nobody slide just off of words alone, right? Whoa. Excuse me. Verse 6, reward her even as she rewarded you. See, that's eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. They say, oh, that's the Old Testament, eye for eye. No, this is, most I just say, reward her even as she rewarded you. What does that mean? Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. And double unto her double, according to her works. That's that 1,000 years. Because we was here approximately roughly 500 years, northern and southern kingdom. 1492, the northern kingdom, and 1619, the southern kingdom, right? So double unto her. So they got to pass that 1,000 years of captivity in the kingdom of heaven, that they got to recompense their actions. And double unto her double according to her works. And the cup which she hath filled to her double. He that diggeth the pit shall fall therein. He that rolleth the stone shall come back upon him. And just like Haman in the story of the Feast of Purim, right? The story of Purim, when Esther, through her faith and listening to her uncle, Mordecai, I believe, right? I believe his name was Mordecai. She prayed, she fasted and prayed, and she was able to get that deliverance for her people through her faith and listening. And Haman, that wicked Haman, the Edomite, so-called white man, he had built those gallows and made that decree with the king to slaughter the Jews. And then he built those gallows and he got hung on his own gallows. So it's going to come back on Esau the same way again. Haman, the story of Haman, is America and the so-called white race as a whole today. And it will happen, thus saith the Lord. So Jeremiah, let's see, where else I going to go? Let me get Matthew real quick. Matthew 10, 5 and 5. These 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not. Those are the heathen. But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as ye go, preach, saying, The kingdom of heaven is at hand. So see, Yahushua was sent by Yahweh to gather the lost sheep. And that's that losing our heritage that we lost here. And this time, 2,000 years later from this time, or the time of Yahushua, you know, that it expands and reaches all the way to the ends of the earth right now, because we were lost, but now we're found through Yahushua, through the blood of Yahushua, and, you know, through Yahweh's mercy. So Jeremiah 50 and verse 7. All that found them have devoured them. Those are the Edomites, so-called white race. And their adversaries said, We offend not. See, they say, forget about the past. Oh, you know, that I didn't do it. Oh, that was a long time ago. That was my ancestors. We didn't do it. But they still have us in possession and stolen land. That's blood soaked, right? We offend not, because they have sinned against the Lord. You see, and they love to throw that in our face too. Say, y'all sin against the Lord. Well, what are they doing? They're doing far worse sinning than us, right? Their sins have reached into the heavens. They're just filthy hypocrites. The joy of the hypocrites but for a moment. We offend not, because they have sinned against the Lord Yahweh in the name of Yahushua, the habitation of justice. That's where justice reigns and resides with the Most High Power. Even the Lord Yahweh in the name of Yahushua, the hope of their fathers, that and Yahweh bringing judgment and balancing this out is our hope of our fathers and of us as well. Verse 8, remove out of the midst of Babylon, that's America, and go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans, and that's the little hats that runs all the things in Hollywood, right? The witchcraft and the spell casting of the music that they run as well. That wicked hip hop and all that in the Hollywood and the internet and TV shows, commercials. And be as the and the media as well, right? And be as the he-goats before the flocks. Let's see. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country. See, remember old Babylon, what happened during the time of Nebuchadnezzar, the Babylonian reign and empire? The country that came from the north to destroy Babylon were the Medes. And who resides in the north country, the land of the Medes today? The Russians. And who is Babylon today? America. And they shall set themselves in array against her, and that's Russia and all of its allies, China, Iran, and all the BRICS and all of the allies that's linked up with Russia and them. And more countries are joining that alliance right now as we speak. And there's going to be NATO members joining, because they're going to begin to hate the NATO members, and burn her with fire, as prophesied in Revelation. And they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows, the thermonuclear missiles, shall be as of a mighty expert man, because the Most High is going to guide them, and they're not going to miss their targets here in Babylon. None shall return in vain. Just like the Most High word doesn't return unto him void, his judgments will not return unto him vain. So these thermonuclear missiles will hit their targets. Verse 10, and Chaldea shall be a spoil. See, because the little hats, they're over there destroying and causing all kind of ruckus, right? And they're going to be a spoil for their wickedness, for always being behind the curtain, pulling all of the wicked strings. All that spoil her shall be satisfied. They're going to thoroughly get their pound of flesh for the wickedness of them. Saith the Most High Power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. In Matthew chapter 18 and verse 11, For the Son of Man is come to save that which was lost. And what's lost? The children of Israel, the lost sheep of Israel. We just read that in Matthew 10:5-6. So, we have to come up out of here. This ain't it. This ain't it, meaning this isn't life. This is not existence. This is not life. We're just existing. Actually, we're existing, just getting by. But this is our labor and our toil that we must go through. And then we'll properly understand and appreciate the truth, and then the kingdom of heaven for eternity. This is the worst captivity ever. Been one hell of a captivity. But then it's going to be over with soon, though, according to these prophecies. And thank you, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, for that. So, with that being said, I hope that this video was edifying. We got to get the hell out of here. The F out of here, We spiritually, we come up out of here first. As we read in Revelation 18:4, we come up out of here spiritually and mentally, and separate mentally and spiritually. Even though, you're going to be hated and you're going to have a different countenance upon you. But just endure it. Endure all things for Yahweh's sake, right? For Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, in the name of Yahweh Shai, in the name of the Holy Spirit, Ruach HaKodesh. That being said, I hope this video was edifying. The water to the Ruach HaKodesh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, another video. To next video, I say, Shalom.